And what is up, you guys? This is BlackStoryz speaking. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Gold Guide video 2015-2016. Yes, Twilight Desert Farming Trees 2.0. Now, how is this 2.0 if you know how to farm Twilight Desert trees? For the people that are new farming Twilight Desert trees or doesn't have a slightest clue on how to farm them for some other reason, I'm going to show you what else could you farm while you're farming for these trees, because you can make more money than you ever expect. Yep, I'm going to be teaching you and demonstrating on this video. And also there's some other things I have to cover up from the last Gold Guide video that I have made last month. Woo! So more Gold Guide videos for you guys and more content for my channel. I hope you guys enjoy. Now, before we get started, I'm gonna have to cover up the last patch that I've missed from the previous Gold Guide video that I made. I will demonstrate farming element stone materials from these trees in Twilight Desert. Twilight Desert will still be a very useful place to grind for anything that you really want and desire for Season 3 content once it's released. And not just farming Twilight Desert, but rings from Ship Graveyard, Misty Summit for belts, they're going to be useful too. But this time, I'm going to be focusing on Twilight Desert farming trees for element stone materials. You'll also see two different items that you're going to need to farm, such as Twilight Gilderite and energy stones that you pick up in Twilight Desert. They're a common drop. Twilight Desert Gilderite is pretty easy to farm. It's basically a common drop. I'm surprised it still has a very good value on selling in the market. And I will explain more of that later once we hit to Twilight Desert later on in this video. Now, if you haven't watched my previous Gold Guide video on element stones, please do watch that one first and come back to this video. My element stone Gold Guide video will teach you how to farm in the best places besides farming trees in Twilight Desert. And in order to do that, you're going to need one maxed out dismantle skill. On the previous Gold Guide video, I did not know that the game was patched for dismantling items, which means all you need is one dismantling skill maxed out in order to dismantle any items that will give you your element stone materials. And we are going to test this baby out. So it is confirmed in this video. I haven't seen a video yet that confirmed this, and this is why I wasn't unaware of it. I had to like play around, so I noticed. I was like shocked. I was like, what? I'm surprised. And I want to give a big shout out to OCD Enhancements on Twitter. He tweeted me and he also told me about this notice. And even though I found out before that, I want to thank him for it. So kudos to you for letting me know. Alright, so I have two dismantling skills maxed out. All you need is one dismantling skill since the last patch fixed that. So once you have any dismantling skill maxed out, you are able to dismantle any certain items to get your element stone materials that you really need. But for magic stones and lapis powder, you're going to have to craft the materials in order to dismantle for the element stone mats. So we are going to test this baby out and see if it works. I already know that it works, but I'm just going to show you guys, right? So let's see. Alright, hammer is meant for element shards, that's including as weapons. Ranged weapons such as bows and staffs is for spirit water. Light armor is meant for magic stones, yes. And for cloth is meant for lambent powder. As you can see, all those items went to the dismantling slot. Let's tear these baby apart and get our element stone materials. And it's a wrap. This is good news, you guys. It's very good news. This makes it easier for the element stone farmers, whoever wants to smelt items and get your element stone materials that you need for season 3 content, or even level 80 element stones, which is far more yesterday, man. We're waiting for that season 3 new element stones to come up. Yeah. You guys gotta be happy about this. So I'm glad to demonstrate this to you guys. Now we're going to move on to farming Twilight Desert trees. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm going to rock your asses. Yeah. Alright, so before we start, all you need to do is remove all your gear. You do not have to bring any type of gear at all, unless you want to bring like level 60 gear or lower gear. The point of this is to reduce your repair cost. Trust me, you don't want to pay high repair costs. That's going to be a run for less than, what, 5 minutes? So it's best to remove all your armor. You're going to want to bring some mine ores for this run, especially if you're soloing. I will explain that in a few minutes. If you don't have mine ores, it's best to get yourself a junior pet. Junior pets are very useful. They are just like gremlins. They gather up items and everything like that, but these junior pets gather up ores instead of just random items or loot. So they're pretty fun to have. You could dance around and they follow you. You could sit down and they sit down. It's pretty cool. I like pets in this game. They should make more pets. Who knows? We might see more pets soon. Who knows? But anyways, it's just an example. So let us start. And I will fast forward on some different sections because it's unnecessary for me to show you and talk at the same time. It's going to be like, what, 20 minutes long if I record this and stop the whole time. So I'm going to fast forward along the way. Alright, and we are here in the beautiful Twilight Desert. Nothing but dirt and rocks and rubble. My type of space. Not, but living in a quiet neighborhood is what I really like. So we're going to gather these 2 trees here. In the first room of Twilight Desert, there's going to be 2 trees that you're going to farm. And your goal here is to farm for orbs. As I mentioned from my previous goal guide video, these orbs will be very useful for level 80 weapons and gear. They will also be very useful in season 3 content as well. Who knows if the price is going to rise up or not. I'm pretty sure that these orb prices will rise, maybe around the exquisite ore prices or superiors. If you need to work on your gathering skills, this is the best place for you. All you need to do is spam the first room in Twilight Desert, and do not forget there is ores on top once you reach to this ladder. Sometimes if you break these stack of woods right here, you will get ergs or sometimes magic powder. Now for this ore right here in the first room is one of the best places to farm if you're farming for trees. But if you're doing it solo, you will get a lot of ores. Like the RNG of ores is extremely insane once you solo. You get plenty of ores and you get at least 1 to 2 exquisites. It's crazy, but if you are farming with another player, then the ore drops will reduce. So if you do guys farm with a party of 3 or 4, then I advise you do not farm for ores at all, since it's going to slow you guys down. You're going to want to farm ores soloing or with a party of 2. There is an extra ore over here. Just kill these mobs. And oh, there's a tree there too. Sometimes that tree is, well, it's an RNG tree. What can I say? So that tree sometimes pop out. Sometimes that tree is not there. So this is C. We're going to go to G. Coming back from C to go to H. All the way up to L. Here it is, the G from tree. We go back to C, we do not go to E. There's a boss there, so forget about it. Alright, we got our lammet powder. Now I want to show you something, guys, just something extra. Now for Akanan, you got to make sure he's the right boss. In order to make sure he is the right boss, you're going to have to check on his name. Sometimes it's a different name, which means it's a different boss. So you got to check on your environments and see if that name is there. The reason why I say that you need to check his name, because sometimes Dark Akanan, he drops black knots. So yeah, don't do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight this boss and try to see if I can get a black knot. But if you're doing a Twilight Desert run, please do not do this. Just skip the boss. I recommend, if you do have a party with you, please do kill this boss for black knots. Black knots is still worth selling if you are very interested of killing this guy. But if you're soloing and you have no gear, just like my Eevee, then do not kill this boss, because he will murder you. So far I didn't get the drop. I'm so disappointed. This is why I don't kill any bosses at all. I just go straight for the trees. But yeah, I just want to show you guys, just for an example, if you guys are interested of killing, just for black knots. As you can see the title, you have reached your goal of defeating Akanan, the Keeper, or Dark Akanan. So Dark Akanan is the one that drops you the black knots. If you Twilight Desert professionals out there know that I'm wrong, please comment down below. But I'm pretty sure Dark Akanan drops the black knots. So we got our ores and our trees outside. That is complete. Now you made a little bit of gold from that, right? Now this is the extra place where you're going to make your gold, is the rat race. There's two options. You could race Charlie's first and then come through that gate and then get the tree at the end. Or you could get the tree first and then race Charlie's. I'm going to do with the second option. The second option is the slowest. You want to race Charlie first. But since I know I could beat Charlie's with the second option, I'm just going to take it. So we could get the tree and end the video from there. I recommend you guys, once you race over here, that you turn off your displays. Once you turn off your displays, you're going to be running like 60 frames per second clean if you do this. This is if you have a powerful computer, then you don't really have to, but this helps me race Charlie a lot more if I turn off the displays. Alright, and we won. Shout out to Mr. Herc's dad. He showed me this method, farming Twilight Desert trees and then doing the race once. You can get good drops here, including Charlie's pouch. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Black knot. Okay, well, I didn't really have to kill that boss then. So the last chest gave me a black knot. That's funny. Alright, yeah, so you could just race one round and get Charlie's pouch. Just by racing one round only, you could get very lucky. I mean, the title does drop, and the title is called The Other Charlies. It does drop. It's around 60 to 100 mil right now. Depending on the player, of course, and a good range is 80 mil, from my opinion. If you do have 4 players or at least a friend with you, you can farm for Starlight ES just by racing, but you're going to have to do the full race. And so that's that. I'm going to have to try and farm for the other Charlie's title, so I'll be back. And I got the title. The other Charlie's title. Now I said it's gonna be like around 60 to 80, right? But that's what the farm says. Usually people in the game doesn't really, they always want it lower. So I'm going to have to try and pull out a mega and see if I could get a better price. Now I'm going to mega the title, and people are going to whisper me just to make sure that I'm not whispering myself, because you guys already know that I have an ult and I want to prove to you guys 100% this is legit. So there's going to be people that's going to whisper me. A lot of beautiful names are going to appear. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so not that many, but you'll get what I'm saying. Once someone is interested of buying my title, I will be able to make that gold right in this video. So I hope you guys are excited for that. But first things first, I'm gonna need to wait for a lot of whispers to appear and see if someone wants to really buy it. There's a guy here named Nut Solo. I usually check his info first in order to see if they're legit or they're a long-time player. And if they do seem like a long-time player, I usually just hand over the item. That's pretty much it, because usually I did had some troll comments in the past, whispers, and I would check if they want to buy this item or not, and most likely they don't. That's all. If you're watching this, I do hope that you are okay for me to show your name. This is just an example so I could show people that farming Twilight Desert trees doesn't really just have to be all about farming trees. It could be other things that you want to farm to get your gold. So shout out to you, Nut Solo, for buying my title. Yeah, thumbs up. So yes, I'm going to be able to sell this title now, and I hope this video 2.0 was a very good example for my viewers, and hopefully you will be able to make more gold than you normally do. So let me first mail this to him, KOD the item, and finish the video. So he's asking for the title to be 50 mil instead of 60, because on West server there was one that was selling it for 60 mil, and on East server I saw it for 80 mil. So 50 mil seems like a fair price. Plus, as for me, I have a different perspective view on looking at items, usually virtual items. I really don't care less, so I could always get more. So that's my point. As long as the numbers keep going up, I do not care. That is just how it is, man. And you gotta look at things like that so you'll be able to get your gold. So that wraps it up, you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And the title is sold. I shall see you guys later. Peace out and ciao.